Have you ever felt like you're always the one reaching out, and yet the person you want to hear from seems to disappear when you need them the most? Or maybe you're wondering why your ex never seems to miss you, even though you're still thinking about them constantly? The truth is, if you're always available, constantly texting, and letting someone know you're there no matter what, they'll never feel the absence that makes them crave your presence. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In relationships, this could mean that creating a little space, a little mystery, is the key to making someone desperately miss you. In today's video, we're talking about the psychological strategies that will spark attraction, make someone feel the loss when you're not around, and ultimately, get them thinking about you when you least expect it. So, if you're ready to turn the tables and start getting the attention you deserve, keep watching. 1. Stop being always available. How often do you find yourself constantly checking your phone, waiting for a text or call from someone? If you're always available, always reachable, it might feel like you're showing that you care, but in reality, you're giving away your power. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it." This means that when you're constantly available, you're giving off the vibe that you have nothing else going on in your life. And let's face it, people are naturally drawn to what seems out of reach. When you make yourself too easy to get, you become less valuable in their eyes. The solution: create space. Don't always be the first to text or call. Let them wonder about you. Let them miss the sound of your voice or the thrill of getting a message from you. By showing that you have a full life, full of passions, interests, and people, you not only keep them on their toes, but you also spark curiosity. When you disappear for a while, they're forced to think about you, and that's when the magic happens. So, the next time you're tempted to drop everything to respond, pause for a moment. Don't be the one always chasing. Allow them the opportunity to reach out to you, and make them realize they've been waiting for your presence. 3. Avoid falling for casual attention. Have you ever found yourself eagerly waiting for a text message or an emoji from someone, feeling the rush when it finally arrives? It's easy to fall into this trap, but constantly jumping at every little bit of attention can actually make you less valuable in their eyes. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you're constantly chasing their attention, you're allowing yourself to become defined by their approval. This weakens your self-worth and makes them see you as someone who's just there when they need you, not someone they genuinely crave. When they send you a casual "hey" or a random emoji, resist the urge to reply immediately. Taking a step back shows that you have a life outside of them. You're not sitting by the phone waiting for their next move. You're busy pursuing your passions, your goals, and your own happiness. This doesn't mean ignoring them or playing games. It means you're establishing boundaries and demonstrating that you're not dependent on their attention for your self-esteem. By taking your time with responses, you're making your attention more valuable. Suddenly, they'll realize they have to work harder to get your attention, and that's when they'll start valuing your connection more. 3. Avoid falling for casual attention. Have you ever found yourself eagerly waiting for a text message or an emoji from someone, feeling the rush when it finally arrives? It's easy to fall into this trap, but constantly jumping at every little bit of attention can actually make you less valuable in their eyes. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you're constantly chasing their attention, you're allowing yourself to become defined by their approval. This weakens your self-worth and makes them see you as someone who's just there when they need you, not someone they genuinely crave. When they send you a casual "hey" or a random emoji, resist the urge to reply immediately. Taking a step back shows that you have a life outside of them. You're not sitting by the phone waiting for their next move. You're busy pursuing your passions, your goals, and your own happiness. This doesn't mean ignoring them or playing games. It means you're establishing boundaries and demonstrating that you're not dependent on their attention for your self-esteem. By taking your time with responses, you're making your attention more valuable. Suddenly, they'll realize they have to work harder to get your attention, and that's when they'll start valuing your connection more. 4. Embrace your independence and fulfillment. The key to making someone miss you isn't about always being available or constantly seeking their approval. It's about being completely independent and living a fulfilling life without depending on anyone else for your happiness. When you're truly happy and content on your own, it becomes incredibly attractive to others. As Seneca wisely said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Your time is precious, and if you're pouring it all into someone else, waiting for their attention or affection, you're wasting it. Instead, invest in yourself. Pursue your passions, focus on your goals, and create a life that's rich with experiences, friendships, and personal growth. When you demonstrate that you can be fulfilled and happy on your own, people are naturally drawn to you. They start wondering what it's like to be part of your world. They realize they're missing out on something special. This sense of self-sufficiency makes your presence in their life all the more valuable. When they see that you're not reliant on them to feel whole or happy, they'll begin to crave your company more. They'll start to miss being a part of your life because they'll realize you're not just waiting around for them, you're thriving on your own terms. 5. Cultivate an air of intrigue. One of the most powerful tools in making someone miss you is mystery. People are naturally curious, and when they can't figure you out completely, it keeps them thinking about you long after you've left the room. The key here is revealing just enough about yourself to keep them interested, but leaving some parts of your life to their imagination. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you're constantly an open book, there's nothing left for someone to discover, and the intrigue fades. But when you keep a bit of mystery about yourself, they'll be constantly wondering what's going on in their life. What makes them tick? It's like a well-written novel. If every detail is laid out at once, the story loses its charm. But when you let someone learn more about you in layers, keeps them engaged and makes them want to know more. Don't overshare. Instead, leave little breadcrumbs for them to follow, and let them feel the excitement of trying to solve the puzzle of who you truly are. By creating mystery in your interactions, you trigger curiosity and make them want to stay around to uncover the next chapter. This will keep you on their mind even when you're not around, and they'll be eager to experience more of what you have to offer. 6. Create anticipation by leaving them wanting more. Think about your favorite TV show. What makes it so captivating? It's the suspense, the cliffhangers, the moments that leave you hanging. The same concept applies when you're trying to make someone miss you. Leave them wanting more. This doesn't mean you should act like you're bored with them, but rather end conversations or dates while they're still at their peak. If you've been enjoying great conversation or a fun date, it might feel natural to keep it going, but by ending it on a high note, you leave them with a sense of anticipation. They'll be eager to see you again because they know that the next interaction will be just as exciting. Seneca wisely said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." By delaying their gratification, you're giving them something to look forward to. When you leave them with a sense of excitement and curiosity, they'll start to miss your presence even more. Think of it like building tension in a relationship. Every time you meet, there's a little bit of mystery, a little bit of excitement. They'll be left thinking, "I can't wait for the next time we meet." When you master the art of creating anticipation, you won't be the one chasing them. They'll be chasing you, eager to experience what's next. 7. Exude confidence and charisma. One of the most powerful ways to make someone miss you is by exuding confidence. Confidence isn't about arrogance or trying to show off. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. When you're confident, you're not constantly seeking validation from others because you already know your worth. This energy is magnetic. It draws people in and makes them crave your presence. Charisma goes hand in hand with confidence. It's the ability to make others feel valued and understood, and it leaves a lasting impression. Imagine leaving a conversation and having the other person think, "Wow, I feel better after talking to them." That's the effect of true charisma. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." When you act confidently, you're not just showing off. You're proving that you have a strong sense of self, and people are naturally drawn to that energy. How does this relate to making someone miss you? When you're confident, people notice. They'll see that you don't need their attention to feel good about yourself. Your absence, in turn, becomes even more impactful. People miss those who are sure of themselves because they don't have to constantly chase after others to feel validated. To build your confidence and charisma, start by working on your self-belief and stepping outside your comfort zone. The more you improve your sense of self, the more magnetic you'll become. 8. People desire what's hard to get. One of the key principles of dark psychology, when it comes to relationships, is that people value what's not so easily obtainable. This principle is rooted in human nature. Our brains are naturally wired to crave things that aren't right at our fingertips. When someone sees that you're not just sitting around waiting for their attention, but rather living a fulfilling life on your own terms, it sparks their curiosity and interest. As the saying goes, what is rare is valuable. By not being immediately available, you're creating an air of mystery and value that makes people want you more. Think of it like this. If every day you had ice cream available whenever you wanted, it wouldn't seem so special anymore. But if you only had it once in a while, it becomes a treat, something to really look forward to. So, how do you apply this? It's not about playing hard to get, but rather showing that you're not just sitting around waiting for someone else to bring meaning or excitement into your life. Keep yourself busy with goals, passions, and other people, so they see your life is full and enjoyable even without their constant presence. When they realize you're not just an option, but a unique opportunity, they'll start to miss you. 9. Trigger jealousy with care and respect. While it may sound counterintuitive, sparking feelings of jealousy can be a powerful tool when used with care and respect. The key here is subtlety. Jealousy is often seen as a negative emotion, but when triggered thoughtfully, it can create a sense of urgency and longing. But remember, it's not about manipulation or playing games. It's about showing your value by letting them see that others find you desirable. A simple way to do this is by showcasing your social life in a genuine and natural way. Share moments with friends or highlight exciting activities you're doing, without it coming off as a show or a deliberate attempt to make them jealous. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By showing that you're content and enjoying life with others, you'll make them realize what they might be missing out on. They'll start to think about what could have been, and the desire to be close to you will naturally grow. Just make sure that any attempts to trigger jealousy are done with respect. It's about subtly reminding them of your worth and giving them a reason to miss your attention, not making them feel inferior or insecure. Jealousy can spark longing, but too much of it can backfire, so keep it balanced. 10. Build authentic connections, not manipulate. At the end of the day, the most effective way to make someone miss you is by building genuine connections. It's easy to fall into the trap of manipulation when trying to make someone desire you, but it's important to understand that true attraction comes from authenticity. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, someone who is interesting, passionate, and fulfilled. When you do this, people will be drawn to you naturally, and they'll miss you not because you played games, but because they genuinely enjoy your presence. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely put it, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By living with integrity and authenticity, you don't need to try to make others crave your presence. They will do so on their own because they'll appreciate the person you truly are. So instead of focusing on manipulation, put your energy into creating meaningful interactions. Show interest in their lives, listen actively, and be supportive. Genuine connections, built on respect and mutual understanding, are far more powerful than any tactic or mind game. When you cultivate these authentic bonds, people will not only miss you, they'll value you deeply. So, there you have it, 10 powerful strategies to make someone truly miss you. Remember, it's not about playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about showing your worth, building genuine connections, and living a fulfilling life. When you do this, you'll naturally become someone people want to be around and think about, even when you're not there. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What strategies do you use to make someone miss you? Have you tried any of the tips from today's video? Let me know in the comments below. If you found value in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Don't forget to subscribe to Cyclopedia of Wisdom for more powerful relationship advice, Stoic wisdom, and life-changing insights that will help you grow and thrive in all aspects of your life. Until next time, remember, your best self is waiting to be discovered. Stay wise, stay strong, and keep building those connections that matter. Take care.